Hey everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of Punjabi cuisine to make one of the most beloved breakfast dishes of all time, the classic, soul-satisfying aloo paratha. I am going to show you how to make them so soft and flavorful that they literally melt in your mouth. Forget those stiff, dry parathas. We're making the real deal today, just like you'd find in a traditional Punjabi home. So, if you're ready for a flavor explosion, let's get cooking. First things first, the dough. This is the foundation of a great paratha. We're using simple whole wheat flour, or atta. The secret here is to make the dough incredibly soft and pliable, even softer than what you'd make for a regular chapati. I'm adding a little bit of salt and a touch of oil to the flour, then gradually adding lukewarm water as I need. Don't rush this process. Knead it for a good 7 to 8 minutes until it's smooth and elastic. A soft dough is crucial because it allows you to roll the paratha easily without the filling tearing through. Once your dough is ready, cover it with a damp cloth and let it rest for at least 20 to 30 minutes. This resting period is non-negotiable. It lets the gluten relax and makes the dough much more cooperative. While our dough is resting, let's move on to the star of the show, the spicy potato filling. For this, you'll need some boiled, peeled, and completely cooled potatoes. It's really important that they are cool, otherwise, they'll release moisture and make your filling sticky and difficult to handle. Mash them up nicely, but don't turn them into a complete paste. A few small chunks are perfectly fine and add great texture. Now, let's bring in the Punjabi flavors. This is where the magic happens. To our mashed potatoes, we're adding finely chopped green chilies for that fresh kick of heat. Next, a generous handful of freshly chopped coriander leaves for that vibrant aroma and flavor. Then, for that authentic Punjabi touch, we'll add some crushed ajwain or carom seeds. I like to crush them between my palms before adding them. It really helps to release their pungent, earthy fragrance. For the spices, we'll go in with some red chili powder. Adjust this to your own spice preference, some tangy amchur, which is dry mango powder, a good pinch of garam masala for warmth, and of course, salt to taste. Mix everything together really well. Give it a taste and adjust the seasonings if needed. Your filling should be bold, spicy, and tangy. Alright, our dough is rested and our filling is ready. Let's start assembling. Take a small portion of the dough, about the size of a golf ball, and roll it into a smooth ball. Dust it lightly with some dry flour, and then use your fingers and thumbs to flatten it into a small disc, creating a little cup or bowl shape. This makes it easier to place the filling. Now, be generous here. A good paratha is all about a good filling to dough ratio. Take a hearty spoonful of the potato mixture and place it right in the center. Now, for the tricky part. Sealing it. Carefully bring the edges of the dough together, pleating as you go, and pinch them at the top to seal the filling inside completely. It's like wrapping a little gift. Twist off any excess dough from the top and press the ball flat. Now dust it again with a little dry flour. The key to rolling is to be gentle. Use a light hand and start rolling from the center outwards. Rotate the paratha as you roll to ensure it's even. Don't press too hard, or the filling will burst out. We're aiming for a circle that's not too thick and not too thin. A little bit of filling peeking through is totally okay. It just means it's packed with flavor. Time to cook. Get your tawa, or a flat skillet, nice and hot over medium-high heat. Place your rolled out paratha on the hot tawa. Let it cook for about a minute until you see small bubbles appearing on the surface. Flip it over. You'll see some light brown spots. Now it's time for the ghee or butter. This is what gives the paratha its signature flavor and crispy, flaky texture. Apply a generous spoonful of ghee or butter on the top side. Flip it again and press down gently with your spatula, especially around the edges, to help it cook evenly. Apply more ghee on the other side. Keep flipping and cooking until both sides are a beautiful golden brown with those signature darker spots. The aroma in your kitchen right now should be absolutely irresistible. Once it's perfectly cooked, take it off the heat. And for the final most glorious touch, place a big dollop of white butter or macan right on top of the hot paratha. Watch it melt instantly and seep into every layer. This is pure bliss. The sight, the smell, is just a complete sensory experience. And there you have it, a perfect, steaming hot Punjabi Aloo Paratha straight from your kitchen. The best way to enjoy this is immediately. Serve it with a side of cool yogurt or dahi, some spicy pickle, or even more white butter if you're feeling indulgent. This is the ultimate comfort food, perfect for breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. I really hope you give this recipe a try. It's a true taste of North India that will warm your heart and your belly. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give this video a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more delicious recipes. Let me know in the comments below how your aloo parathas turn out. Until next time, happy cooking!